Well, hello there, fellow shed warriors. This is a long overdue update, for which I apologise, but got things going on at home which have taken up a fair bit of my time, so I'll take you on a little update here. So we can start. In these two troughs there are runner bean seeds. They're just starting to poke through by the looks of it. So when they're probably about 3 inches tall, I'll plant them outside. In here we have tomato plants of different varieties. So there's Romano, beefsteak, Gardener's Delight, and then at the front here there's some sweet peas, and then here we have these ones. They're sweet peppers. Shift that spray can so I can get a bit closer. And here we have these here are kohlrabi, which will be going out probably a couple of weeks, maybe a bit more. At the back of there is sunflowers. So, and then we have purple sprouting broccoli at the back here. They're going along the back. Savoy cabbages. There's a curly kale at the back there. At the back here is an oriental seed mix, but that's the only thing that's come through on that. At the bottom there we have more purple sprouting broccoli. They're spare. And then in here, in amongst the weeds that have sprouted up, got another sowing of tomato plants. That's about that for the greenhouse anyway. And then over here, if you may remember, this is my memory garden, so I've repotted some geraniums this morning on the two end ones. Put those two little marigold pots there. Got a few more marigolds there which will be going up to the plot a bit later on. Here we have some Kelvedon Wonder peas, and I planted these this morning, not all of them. That's not all of them, I should say. I did plant all of those. Another Kelvedon Wonder pea. So this is what they were in the bed. Petunias, 20 pack for £3. So if you're watching this in another country, you'll have to work that out for yourself. Here It is a sort of a seed bed going on with different things. Can't see what's in there at the minute because after last night's rain all the soil has splashed up onto the labels. Fairly typical. And then in pots we have some calabrese, and in that black tray there are swede, which are well on their way, and carrots, which carrots and parsnips I have totally failed on this year. 3 attempts at getting them to germinate and they don't want to know. This is the blackcurrant bush. As you can see, they're starting to come through now. Well, there's plenty on there actually, but look around here, see a lot more in there. Down here is 2 sweet peppers. As you can see, last night's rain has totally obliterated the fleece. Down here, got gherkins, cucumber, and in here there is a butternut squash, and then another butternut squash in there. Got some parsley growing there. That's not all parsley, I don't think, is it? Out through the other end. Volunteer potato plant. Not digging it up. I'm going to wait till it's finished flowering. See what I get off it. This is the cooking apple tree, which I did quite a radical prune on it at the end of the last growing season, and it seems to have come back a lot healthier. But the proof is in the pudding, as they say. This pear tree, I don't know if he's going to survive or not. He went completely over. He was straight down on the ground there when we had some high winds, and even though it didn't uproot it completely, of course it disturbed it a great deal. So I will get round to weeding around him and making him a bit more secure if I need to. This is the eaten apple tree. As you can see, there's a nice sets of growth on that. This is where I've put another lot of runner bean seeds in here, covered up with the wire and the netting. So the ones that are in the troughs that I showed you earlier, they'll go on those back canes where the blue piping is. Got parsley in between the canes there. So in here, desperate need of a weed, but we have cabbages and cauliflower. And then here we have broad beans, which are doing really well by the looks of it. Planted those lettuce out this morning. The green ones are iceberg and the red ones are Lolorosa. Got cauliflower to go out there. I won't be doing that today. But at the back there we have a courgette. These are the onions that overwintered. Reasonable success. But I will be growing my onions from seed next year. Here we have the pickling onions. You might be wondering why I've put a net in over half of them. Well, the only reason the netting is there is because we've got Brussels sprout plants in there. And then here we have the strawberry bed, and as you can see along here, along both edges, I've put leeks in. They're doing well, they're really picking up. Main crop potatoes in here with a dotting of lettuce. And then these are the first early potatoes with some 3 cabbages in there, but by the looks of it one has got munched. And then we come around, so we have yet another volunteer potato, which is in amongst the beetroot, or beets, that's what you call them. Then we have white onions here, another volunteer potato, and then we have little gem lettuce, which I've got to, by the looks of it, start doing something about some slug pellets. But the law's changed on that in this country since the 1st of April. And then we come to the front. So that's the rest of the petunias that I got. There's 40 of them in total. There's a few more in there. There's another one of them that matches at the end there, and another one in the middle. The grapevines need to be tethered up. So all in all, it's doing quite well. I need to get on top of the weeding again. That's a never-ending battle, as I'm sure you're aware. Got peas there as well, coming into flower. I'm going to put another row in along there, and hopefully should get a decent amount of peas this year. So wandering back on up. So so yeah, that's the Shed Wars update. Please comment and like or dislike, whichever, and hopefully I should be back on track with another update in a couple of weeks. Until then, I wish you goodbye and happy growing.